From the left side of the house, a dull glow catches your attention. A light has been turned on. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least someone is awake. You consider your options. There's an elaborate knocker in the middle of the door and a bell pull hanging down to the right. Will you rap the door with a knocker? Or will you pull the cord? Alternatively, you could creep around the house to investigate the light. Okay, so this is our first choice. In my opinion, I wouldn't use the bell because it might wake up everyone in the house. I'm not going to creep around the house because it's fucking raining, isn't it? I will rap the door with the knocker. A few moments later, the door handle turns slowly and the door opens. Standing in the doorway is a tall man dressed in a dark suit with tails. His long face is solemn. Yes? He asks indignantly. Sorry. You smile nervously. Yeah, is this a nervous smile? And explain your situation. Your car is broken down, you need to reach a telephone, and you are soaked to the skin. The man's face remains expressionless. Come in. He orders. The master is expecting you. Follow me. He leads you into a reception hall and tells you to sit down while he informs his master of your arrival. Turn to page 8. You sit down in a solid carved chair and look around. The reception hall is certainly not what you would have expected from the outside. It is elegantly decorated with rich tapestries and fine oak panels. A number of portraits line the walls. A sturdy 16th century table is set against one wall. Will you wait for your host to arrive, or will you study the paintings? Alternatively, you can hunt for a telephone. I'm going to study the paintings. While I'm just going to be sitting there, I might as well just look around the paintings. 3 portraits are particularly interesting. Will you look at a beautiful young woman wearing a tiara, or will you look at a middle-aged portly gentleman wearing a half-moon glasses? Alternatively, will you look at an elderly woman with grey hair and a cold expression? I think the young woman would catch my eye first. Okay, I got something. Black beneath the painting reads, Lady Margaret of Danvers, 1802 to 1834. You stand and admire her beauty and wonder why she died so young. As you are staring at her face, you suddenly blink and look again. Didn't you just see her lips moving? Surely not. A whisper reaches from your ear, but you cannot make out its message. You lean forward and put your ear to the lips. A soft woman's voice is speaking to you. Stranger, beware of this place, for it is cursed. Many have succumbed to its power, myself included. The evil Lord Kelnor will already be plotting your death. Drink not his white wine, or if you can, begone. Escape while you may. That wasn't a girl voice. I'm sorry. Escape while you may. That was even worse. What the fuck is wrong with me? You step back. What? Aghast. What sort of place is this? A creepy, run-down old building filled with priceless antiques and paintings which talk? A cold prickle runs down your neck, and you gain 1 fear point. Okay, so now, if we check, we have 14 stamina, 11 fear. Okay, so we have one fear now out of 11. Will you now run for the door? Or will you wait to see what happens? I'd probably wait to see what happens. Okay, a nice painting, as you can see. Footsteps! Someone is coming! The tall man you met earlier walks in, opening the door for another tall man dressed in a red smoking jacket. May I present Lord Kelnor, the Earl of Drummer. The butler announces. The Earl holds out his hand, and you shake it. His grip is strong and his eyes pierce yours. His lips widen to a soft smile. You begin to tell him of your predicament, but he holds up his hand. Please, I can see that you have been caught in this filthy storm. Let us sit by the fire, and we will see whether we can help. Franklins, tell the cook to prepare some food for our visitor. You protest that you do not wish to be any trouble, but your host ignores you and leads you into the drawing room where a fire is burning. You take off your coat and sit down. The heat of the fire makes you feel uncomfortable once more. Franklin's returns with 2 glasses of brandy. Will you relax, drink the brandy, and ask if you can use the telephone, or will you wait to see what he asks you? I'd probably sit and relax with him. The fire and brandy dewarm you, and you begin to feel more relaxed. You lose 1 fear point. Yes. You explain to the Earl what happened on the road, and that you would like to use his telephone to call the local garage. I'm afraid our telephone line came down tonight in a storm, he replies. We will have it repaired tomorrow morning. In any case, the garage would not come out here at this hour. But don't worry, you are perfectly welcome to spend the night here. I am glad of the company. Tomorrow, Franklin's will take you into the town. Ah, here is Franklin's now. The butler comes back to announce that the meal is ready. You both rise up to the dining room. Wait a second, oh no, sorry. Okay. The dining room looks magnificent. A long table stretches between 2 fine chairs and is laid with gleaming silver cutlery. A rich red wallpaper covers the walls, and the room is lit by sparkling chandelier bristling with candles which hangs from the ceiling. You take your seat, and the butler moves behind you to offer you wine. Which one would you like to drink? If you would like to choose the white wine, turn to page blah blah blah. Or if you'd prefer red, should we trust the painting, not go with white? I'll trust let's see. The wine is impeccable, a fine vintage. Soup follows. Then you may choose between 2 dishes for your main course. If you would like lamb, turn to page, or if you would prefer duck. Alternatively, you can tell your host that you have already eaten and you are not hungry. They give you food for free. Take it. I, personally, I haven't eaten... Have I ever ate a duck or a lamb in real life? I'm not sure, but I'll eat the duck. Your mouth waters as a roast duck is laid before you. The Earl is having the same. And you both chat as you eat. He wants to know how you came to driving along this road in the middle of the night, and you tell him about the old man's directions. You ask about himself and his family. The Earl of Druma is the last surviving of his family. His estate stretches for miles around the house. At one time, the estate was prosperous, with many tenant farmers cultivating his land and providing a wealthy income for his family. But things started to change. His sister died at the age of 32 under mysterious circumstances. She was found dead in a clearing in the woods with strange marks on her neck. News travelled fast, and the ignorant peasants started muttering about witchcraft and black magic. In their eyes, the house was cursed. Pure superstition, pure superstitious nonsense. Of course, but gradually the farmers moved to new pastures. How do you pronounce all this stuff? Avoiding the estate. By now you have finished your meal. Franklin's returns to offer you fruit, cheese, coffee, and brandy. Will you take fruit, coffee, and brandy? Cheese, coffee, and brandy? Just cheese and coffee? I'll probably want some fruit, like maybe some sort of orange, or maybe a banana or an apple. Franklin's brings them to you, and you finish your meal. "Well, my friend," says the Earl, "you must be quite tired now. It is well past midnight. Franklin's Frank. Oh wait, he's not calling Franklin's. Franklin's will show you to your room." You thank him and follow the butler out of the dining room. "This way, if you please," he says as he leads you to a magnificent wide staircase with carved wooden banisters. A landing at the top leads to various different rooms, each with a name plaque on the door. He takes you to one which reads Erasmus Room and opens the door, wishing you a good night's sleep. Turn to 5.